Hey, ladies. Happy Friday. Happy lucky Friday, November 13th of 2020. What? Hey, today we're doing another Facebook Live. We're going to talk about confidence and the importance of confidence and how to raise yours. So one of the things I think in widowhood that we figure out pretty quick, or should anyway, is it's the moments or events of suffering that is what makes us stronger or greater. If we look back at times in our life where of suffering, what was the good that came out of it? What can we have learned from it? And when we learn to do that, we're not going to embrace losing our husbands and letting that be, oh, yay, I'm going to learn something big. But in spite of it, we do learn new big things. And so one of the ways to raise confidence is recognizing what good has come out of a situation, and in this case, widowhood, and what are you learning? What have you learned so far? And that will begin to raise your confidence because you're going to see the good things that are happening in your life. Letting go of trivialities, that's easy, it's a tongue twister, easy for me to say. So learning to let go of trivialities, believe it or not, will raise your confidence because you are not wasting precious time and energy sweating the small stuff. Learn not to sweat the small stuff. And the other thing is, when you learn not to sweat the small stuff, the people around you are going to say, wow, I feel safe to be myself or to whatever. So learning to not sweat the small stuff, but also setting healthy boundaries for what is important to you. And, if somebody left a dirty dish in the sink or, I don't know, a million of the small things, first world problems, I would say. Like last night I laid down in bed and I had the dryer going and I could hear it and I'm like, gosh, when is it going to turn off? So instead of getting frustrated, I just got up and turned it off. It's a first world problem. That kind of stuff is really what can send us over the edge. And it's really not the primary problem going on in our mind. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit, some more. So when things seem like mountains, little tiny stuff like that, that's when we need to recognize that we're feeling super depleted. And we need to take a step back and honor that we might be tired or frustrated or overwhelmed or all of the things that can happen, not just as widowed women, but as women in general. We tend to put too much stuff on our plate. And just recognizing, okay, you know what? I'm super tired. I'm feeling a little sensitive. I need to take a minute to rest and to breathe and to level set. That's going to give you confidence, if you can believe that or not, because you're honoring what you need. You're respecting your need to take a break. Another thing that I really want you ladies to get good at stopping is suffering the addiction of comparison. So many women, so many people, especially with all of the social media and everything going on, we tend to compare ourselves and our life to others. And that is a recipe for trouble. And a lot of people are actually addicted to comparison. They've got to constantly be trying to be better and always beating themselves up. And that is not going to raise your confidence. So recognize if you start comparing yourself to someone else's life, just remember we're only seeing the highlights of their life, the highlight reel of all the good things. Nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors, just like nobody knows what's going on through your closed doors, right? So taking time to recognize, okay, I've been spending too much time on social media. I need to take a quick break so I can stop comparing, so I can level with myself and appreciate my life that I have and that type of thing. Another thing that will boost your confidence quickly is having the freedom to own your voice in a healthy, honoring way. So if somebody's doing something to upset you, just simply very nicely speak against it and say, hey, this doesn't feel very good to me, or something like that. But honoring your feelings will raise your confidence. It will let your inner subconscious know that you are standing up for yourself, okay? So that just learning that and being able to express yourself in an authentic way will raise your confidence. Um, One of the things that I work with a lot of my clients with is realizing you're not in a position to judge others will completely empower you not to let them judge you. Everybody's going to judge everybody. Here's the deal. What somebody else thinks about you is none of your business. Don't care. We can't control what somebody else does, thinks, what they say, nothing. So if we let it go, oh well, I don't care what people think about me, and I truly don't. It's been a long time coming. It's something I've really had to work on, but it helps me to have the freedom to be who I am, to be who I want to be, and not worry what other people think. I don't care, and it's none of my business. And I want you ladies to get good at that, because that will free up some confidence for you. It'll give you more confidence. It opens up this space of freedom, and freedom gives you confidence. So I see we have some people joining us, and a little bit late, but thank you for popping on. Can you guys drop a little comment in the comment section and let me know if any of this is resonating with you? The next thing that will boost your confidence is connecting more deeply with the relationships that matter. Learning to set healthy boundaries will give you a huge boost of confidence. So that's kind of in line with the judgment thing we talked about, but really setting healthy, and when I say healthy, that means boundaries that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Not honoring, but that are easy for everybody to digest. It's not like you're going to flip out and say, stop, I've had enough, leave me alone. That kind of thing. Instead, you're just quietly going to set your boundaries, knowing that you're in control. Knowing that you're in control and able to set boundaries without huge blow-ups or losing a friend or a family member is going to give you a boost of confidence. And the reason is because you are asserting your voice for yourself in a healthy way. It's so huge in helping you to see your value as a woman. You're letting your subconscious know that you are standing up for yourself. It's really powerful. Confidence has nothing to do with being an introvert or an extrovert, but instead, what it does is it gives you what you need, basically permission and recognition of what you need to feel so that you can act authentic as an introvert, as yourself, as an extrovert, whatever you are. That's okay. It takes a whole bunch of different kind of people to make up a world. So embrace who you are. Embrace what feels right to you, what feels good to you, and that will boost your confidence. The next thing is learning to say no, recognizing when you're at your limit, valuing your time and the needs that you have to be happy and confident in a way that feels right for you and feels right for others, will give you this feeling of being in control, and in a good way, not in a way like a control freak, but in a way that feels right and is good for you and good for others, to recognize that you're respecting yourself enough to set those boundaries and say no. I remember years ago, my husband and I, we volunteered for every single thing at church. We had 5 little kids and we were doing everything. Finally, I burned out and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. And I learned to say no. What I did though is I went all the way to the opposite and I said no to everything. And that was okay. That's what I needed at that time. But I recognized that the pendulum swung back to balance, and I was able to say yes to some things and say no to some things. And that helped me to trust myself, which, increased my confidence. The thing with confidence that I really want to emphasize is confidence is a skill that can be learned. Confidence can be grown, and it can be used to live a life that you adore. And confidence begins with action, taking the measure that we spoke of here, setting those boundaries, being able to say no, recognizing what you need as a woman when you need it. Confidence is a decision that once you decide to get better, things start getting better. And you're making a gesture to yourself for yourself. And that's huge. Your subconscious, your inner person, your inner woman is going to thank you and recognize it. So it's not something that you need to announce to your friends, family, or in a big way. You just quietly start to set your boundaries, start to say no, start to say yes. A lot of women that are widowed tend to say no too much, but no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do this. Start giving yourself permission and encouraging yourself to say yes once in a while. Your family's going to start to see those subtle shifts, the people that love you, and it will give them a feeling of peace for you as they see that you're growing as a person, which is 100% absolutely necessary for you to build this new life, to build a life that you love and adore. And hiding and saying no too much, triggered by fear, makes you shrink, stay silent, avoid therapy, and barely exist in the trap of self-doubt that's the opposite of confidence. And we talked about self-doubt a couple of days ago. So just giving yourself permission, you know what, I am going to say yes, or I am going to go to that fall festival with my girlfriends or whatever. Just being able to say yes or no as feels good and right to you. Make sense? So what will be better is to find your balance through living intentionally. So when you live intentionally, that means you are feeling peace in your mind and peace in your body and heart and soul. And you'll be able to make good decisions that feel right, decisions that feel solid, and that way you'll stop arguing with yourself, which will give you a huge boost of confidence. Excuse me. So that kind of peace and confidence will also give you clarity to be able to say out loud what you want in your life in a way that feels good and authentic. I love when we feel safe with people that love us and the people that we love, when we can be ourselves and we can speak out for or against something. It's okay. It's okay. You are important to this world. You are important to your life. You're important to the people that love you. And it's okay to feel safe to speak your heart in a way that's healthy. I once heard a long time ago about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And in a fixed mindset, people believe their basic abilities. They believe in their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents, and they're just fixed traits. In a growth mindset, however, people understand that their talents and abilities can be developed and grown through effort and through good teaching and through persistence. You know, we didn't, when we were babies, stand up and learn to walk right away. No, when we fell down, we stood up and tried again. And that's what a growth mindset is, just feeling confident enough, willing enough, eager enough to try again. And in a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication or hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. And what happens is when you realize this, you create a love of learning and growing as a person, and as growing your resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Because again, we don't one day, as you know, as a 1-year-old say, oh, I'm going to start walking and running and get up and do it. No, it's that resilience and persistence for great accomplishment that gives you the growth, that gives you the confidence to continue moving forward, to expect great things in your life, to recognize your importance in this world. And as you grow as a person, you value yourself so much more. When you value yourself more, you're able to teach others how to treat you. And yes, that's exactly right. We teach others how to treat us in a few different ways. One is how we treat ourselves. How we treat ourselves tells other people how we expect to be treated by them. And if we trust our word to ourselves and treat ourselves good, that is going to teach them how to treat you and grow the ability to respect yourself. And teaching others to respect you grows massive confidence. I really believe that. And it took me years, decades to figure out really what to allow in my life, what to not allow in my life. And that began slowly, that process of teaching others how to treat me. And that grew my confidence. And that's how I became this coach for widowed women, is just believing in myself and setting those boundaries and having balance in my mind, in my body, my heart, my soul, those four important quadrants of our being, is just being, having that peace gave me the confidence, and will give you guys the confidence to raise your standards, raise your expectations of yourself, expect a good life. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, you guys. Thank you so much for those of you that showed up. Please let me know what resonates with you, or any questions or comments. And then if you watch this as a replay, put hashtag replay so that we know. And have a wonderful day. Believe that Friday the 13th in November 2020 is going to be a lucky day. It's going to be a blessed day. It's going to be full of favor and good. Expect good things in your life. You guys are important to this world. So I love you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be back with the next live probably Monday. I might pop in over the weekend just to say what's up, but look for it then. Thank you, ladies. Bye-bye.